All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This is James White. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Atkins. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. A give. This is Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple of 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's go! They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Mayfield on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now it's Hunt. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Yeah, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run with Lane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Hunt.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Leopard. Leopard.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Matthews, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. 3-19.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a carry for White. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A toss play to Hunt. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Bad taste out of their mouth here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Atkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hurry up. Here we go.
Here's White. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In the game, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run with Hunt. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles. Last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the ground, Michelle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back now in Foxborough. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Atkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This for a 4th quarter lead. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Pass!
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Hut!
Throwing, Mayfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throw here out of the gun. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. This is Hunt, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hyde. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard, Leopard. Hot.
Now Hunt. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This from 42 yards out. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The give, this is Michel. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Michel fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer, even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you've built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
You